And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
As you and I both know, one reason teams sprint plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game and said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you got everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will strike first here in this wild card matchup. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A costly mistake there in the return game, and that is not how you want to answer an opening touchdown.
Yeah, and your defense is asking you a lot of questions right now because you're already down 7-0. You turn the ball over, they've got to go right back out there to try and keep it from getting to 14-0.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Here's Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Velus Jones, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And like you really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Give him an even gain of 10, but now it's fourth down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they were able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, go here. Go, 38.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears will take over possession here from the 44. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys, because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. It's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Batalla, 50 years.
They'll look to throw again. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs. And the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. 2nd and 13. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it come.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Up the middle they go with Barber. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. It's a solid pickup, 8 yards, but work still to do now on 3rd and goal. A nice run right there, and we talked this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we don't believe that the burden's rolled later on backs and receivers. It is our quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Fields now to throw. Throwing for Montgomery. He's got him on the out route. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup. pickup of 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run here with Ballage. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Ballage. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Steps away. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Down he goes at the 23. A pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Now Fields. Flushed out right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
12 yards is the pickup, good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the 1st half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool. Screen passes like...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 73 yards. And the Falcons get a late score here, the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. A shotgun snap, Fields. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Number 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Off play action, Fields. Going up top. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working, but they run it more effectively. They may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They run it with Ballage. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, it's a great spot for them.
And a loose football, and the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Throw left side complete. That's Barber. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Barber will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end? And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Fields. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one and another first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And that one returns him 35 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted. which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Shot, 17.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he stopped immediately there. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, 40 yards. And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Man open is Robinson. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. They'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. A run up the middle with Barber. And he's taken down inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had 1st-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Fields going to keep it once more. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner,
Most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. On second down, Montgomery. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
11 yards for number 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And some room to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Montgomery back to the ground. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
For this.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll indeed take a knee. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? You know, put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know. Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there. They still have an opportunity.